It's spring football 2020 here at the University of Tulsa. Bruce Howard along with the head coach Philip Montgomery, and you've completed practice number 3. What are you seeing, Coach?
Well, I saw a lot of retention from last fall. We got some guys that are coming back with a good step about them. Their knowledge right now, we're being able to install a lot faster. Guys are moving around at a really good pace. EA and his staff have done a great job in our winter work. Guys look really good. They're flying around. Now we just got to fine-tune some things for sure.
Yeah, and today you already see some emotion as the guys start hitting a little bit, huh?
Yeah, we had emotion early and often, but that's a good thing. I mean, we got a team that's really determined. They're passionate about what they want to do. We got to make sure that we take care of each other, but it's good to see a little bit of passion early, and then we got to calm it back down and get back to business.
And of course, you have some veterans, and you know what what you're going to expect from them, and a couple of guys dinged up. Does that help you get younger players and maybe less experienced players some more time?
Yeah, we've had to battle this a little bit the last couple of springs, and some of those guys that are veteran players that are coming back that were starters, allowing those young guys to get all those reps in the spring allows you to build a little bit more depth, a little bit more experience, and then hopefully when you get those guys back, they're ready to roll, and they will be. I mean, Chris does a great job as far as getting them back ready, and we're less right now than we've been, so it's good to see those guys getting out and moving around.
Coach, you mentioned a couple of days ago in your press conference that, first time in a couple of years you've had your returning quarterback back. What are you seeing from Zach?
Yeah, Zach kind of picked up where he left off. He was real accurate the first couple of days, put pads on today, and there's always that adjustment with pads, but thought he did some really good things today. He's going through his progressions really well. We're changing some things up front, and those guys are getting adjusted to that, but he's been pretty sharp so far. Obviously, there's some areas we still got to work on, but been really pleased with his effort up to this point.
And defensively, of course, if you take a look at the media release, you lose so many starters and that sort of thing, but you had so many players that played a lot last year. So how are those guys kind of slotting in now defensively?
Yeah, I really hadn't missed a beat. We lost some really good players. It's going to be hard to replace a Travis and Reggie and Coop and all of those guys, BJ, but Manny. The list goes in there, but there's a lot of guys that got a lot of experience behind them, and we feel really good about where we are defensively. Going to be able to move some guys around at the linebacker spot, and then some of those young guys are going to have to step up with Travis leaving. Cullen Wick has done a really good job the first 3 days. Expect a lot out of him and some of those younger guys as they develop and come home.
And, of course, you're only 3 practices in, looking good. What do you expect in the next couple of weeks now as you continue here in spring?
Yeah, we're going to try to install a lot faster and put a little bit more on their plate because we are a little bit more veteran of a team this time, and so we'll speed it up a little bit, see how they handle that. Obviously, if we don't get what we want, we'll back it back down, but going to try to put a little bit more on them and then give them a lot more situational things during spring ball that we've kind of backed away from in the past just because there's so much teaching going on. So trying to do a little bit more situational football as we get into our practices.
Coach, thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Spring practice going on for University of Tulsa football. Go ahead and check out the website at tulsahurricane.com/tickets for ticket information for TU football.